Lil Wayne will now join the NFL Game Day morning every Sunday. What's y'all thoughts?
Wayne be having bad fucking music takes. Sports takes.
Yeah. He totally fans
He be having
out.
bad music takes too because he don't listen to himself. So I love Wayne as what he is, but I want to hear Wayne knowing that I'm gonna expect a bad take. If that's understandable.
I don't know when these niggas gonna get it.
I still want to hear him say it, fool. I want to.
But now with the parlays and all that shit going on, niggas want to know who playing, if they healthy, and what they gonna bet on. It ain't no. It's no entertainment, and that's what it seems like they trying to do. Entertain you, nigga. Is this man playing or not? So I can put this $5 on this him if he gonna get 100 yards receiving or some shit, so I can win that.
What you talking about? With
you adding Wayne to that shit? That shit is stupid.
He gonna make him have bad bets.
No, it's pointless because it's like ain't nobody watching that shit for entertainment.
It's gonna be all opinion. Wayne gonna be
right. It's pointless, and then it's all like you just said. Right? No, not most time them niggas show you X's and O's on that.
At least if they're opinionated, they have an expertise.
Right.
Like they've qualified their opinions.
Right.
So like they can give an opinion, but like Shannon Sharp or Ray Lewis and them giving you an opinion, Nick Saban giving you an opinion on who he think gonna win, he got credibility for his goddamn opinion.
And so you just said yourself. So this shit like started. That nigga don't have good sports.
So is that like the Ken Gilroy argument with like because I ain't play football, I can't talk about it?
Well, no.
Is it like that?
Well, that was his argument. and I think people can have, but those people who like, I don't know, like the Mark Claytons and stuff of the world, they'll fuck with that man for not playing. But he analyzed.
You actually called Ken Gilroy Mark Clayton.
He did. He really did.
Y'all stop trying to create beef because y'all know he don't fully listen, so he gonna try to attack me, and I'm not doing it. It's definitely you.
I'm going off what was said, but go ahead.
I did call him that.
See, ain't like I made this shit up. What you talking about?
But if you think about it, see, that's the brilliance of me. That's not really a knock, but he'll take it like that. Because Mark Clayton studied the fuck out that shit. Can't get right on study that shit, man, to make those opinions.
That's what I'm about to say.
Pull that shit out of his ass.
That's what I'm about to say. Good job of dressing it up. Because you don't really mean that he Mark Clayton.
I just used it because he... Who the trash the fuck? I never said that. And y'all ain't finna do my boy like that because he's not here to defend himself.
So, shit, that happen when you ain't here. I be getting talked about when I ain't here, so hey.
But no, he do pull shit out his ass. Like, I ain't gonna do it.
Pause.
But whatever. So y'all don't like Wayne. Recap.
I do like Wayne. I like Wayne on there saying foolish shit.
College football.
I just know it ain't the smartest. But go ahead.
Biggest game of the night, Tennessee, Georgia. Georgia winning that 1-30. Well, not winning that. They defended the home tough. 31-17 against Tennessee. Pretty good game, man. I think at one point Georgia was down 10-0 before slowly making their way back, and it kind of went back and forth for a second before Georgia closed it out like, great teams do. What was y'all takeaways from that Tennessee-Georgia game? They were putting a hat on Akalale.
Yeah, whatever his name is. I like Tennessee early. I actually picked Tennessee to win, and I thought they had the chance because I didn't think that Georgia's offense was playing up to par and what they needed to be. And their running back was out. Their starting running back was out. The backup came in and played well. They didn't have many receivers that I saw making any plays. So I didn't expect it. But like Todd said last week, I don't think that Kirby's going to come in here and let these boys not play well 2 weeks in a row at home. Right. And he showed it because even the best receiver, who isn't the bestest receiver, their best receiver got hurt and they still put up points with some people we don't know as far. And not even that, the quarterback, he stepped up, he ran the ball, he made plays.
Yeah, Beck had a hell of a game. I think he was 25 for 40, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns, which they have been killing him.
He had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he had turned that bitch over a lot the last couple of weeks.
Right.
So he came in and he played well. And
Nico ain't had too much of a.
Is he a junior or a senior?
Carson Beck, he can come back if he wants to.
Yeah.
If he wants to, he can come back, which I don't think he will.
I didn't know he was that.
I think he should, but maybe with Georgia probably bringing in somebody who's probably higher powered or even back to higher power. I would say.
I know that's what your point in this, and I don't want to get too off on the tangent because we got a lot of sports to get through. But I feel like now it's more of to me, it should be more of an incentive to come back.
Right.
More money.
Yeah.
With NIL. This nigga got Lamborghinis and shit, and you get to play at a level that's probably the funnest level, and you get to develop more because and NFL, like, look at how they got my man in Chicago looking like they
Bryce Young.
And but I know you had a Jalen Daniels, but out of the 20 that come, only one gonna look like that.
Right, for sure.
And I know the competitiveness in you don't think you're gonna look like that.
Right.
But it's just the way the NFL set it up and the way they kind of set you up for failure.
You know who I look at? Who's doing real well, I think that for all his 19 years in college? Bo Nix. I think that shit benefited him from growing in college and playing all of those years and just even getting a little more acclimated with the game and picking up different, you know what I'm saying? He played in different systems. I think that helps within the NFL as well. And Jay Daniels is an NRBL. He's playing real well right now, but tomorrow and the next 8 weeks could be a big different story now that they're focused on you. So go to school. If I could be you, because it was about the money. Now you get to get the money and develop. Why leave?
Yeah. I'm with you. Like I always
say, bag, and you still gonna ultimately get a good NFL bag,
right?
And you probably can squeeze a few years out of it, and then build on to whatever your next thing in life will be. But I don't know. I wouldn't be rushing. Yeah, you used to leave for the bag,
right?
But now they breaking the bag with you.
Like the boy from who Michigan was trying to steal from y'all. The quarterback Underwood,
10.5 million,
10.5 over 4 years, my nigga. As a fucking 19-year-old, 18-year-old coming out of high school,
that's sick.
I think we could match that.
Even just what SMU doing, 40,000. They say 40,000 per scholarship player.
I'd have gladly took that.
Man, what?
I'd have gladly took that.
Man, you know how much 40,000 would have felt back then? Nigga, we got a $800 clothing check, and that shit felt like something.
No. Clothing check was $200. We got an $800 scholarship check.
Yeah.
No, clothing might have been
$800.
I didn't get it.
Well, you didn't get the right one, nigga. Oh shit, that might have been my under the table money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was my under the table money.
I think I got $400, maybe $500 at the most, but I think it was $400.
But
look at our under the table money. $400 guy.
Yeah, versus these niggas.
And
I'm joking.
And I ain't joking because some people still was mad at us for getting that shit. That was the crazy thing. Like, y'all scholarship, y'all football players, y'all get this and that. We didn't get shit, man, compared to what we should have been getting. Yeah. I still had to call my mama for groceries by the 20th.
Nah, that's
hey.
But you used to eat a lot back then.
Yeah.
Still, nigga. No, not real, boy. Still.
But what sandwiches.
No, the Georgia game. Tennessee jumped on them early. Mm-hmm. They jumped up 10-0, I think, in the first quarter.
Yep.
But I knew, like, okay, Kirby defense going to show up. And boy, did they ever.
Yeah, they did.
Boy,
they were putting that hat on
boy,
Asaleva.
Boy, them niggas wasn't bullshit.
Nigga get a new name every time.
That nigga, but I don't know what he.
They were putting that air bike on him.
That he know how to get out of his defense. He know how to get his players to. He know how to get them up in big games. If that makes sense.
Let me tell you
and
something.
That crowd helps.
Yeah,
I'm getting so excited about college football playoff.
Man,
that shit finna be wild.
Yeah.
Florida LSU. Florida went in there and handled business. 27-16 down in the swamp. 27-16.
Yep.
Yeah. Surprised.
All right, Brian Kelly.
Surprised.
You officially on the hot seat. I ain't want to believe it. I ain't want to think it.
You think so?
Because I had faith in him, man. He got the last 2 years.
They're not gonna take that shit.
2 10-win seasons.
In LSU. They're not gonna take that.
Yeah, man. Not going because think about it.
He got about another year.
My boy won the championship 2019 with Joe Burrow. Now he had a decent season, and the next year he went 6-5, 7-4. Out of here.
But that was because they wanted Joe Brady to be the man. Though.
No, he was gone.
I know he had left.
So that don't make sense though. So why fire him? Think you gonna get Joe Brady who going to the NFL?
And I'm sorry. After Alabama or Georgia, now you got Texas. I feel like geographically, LSU is, contrary to what Ken Gilroy said, I think LSU is
a good place.
It's a team that should be competing for national championships or up there every year because of where they're located.
Facts.
They're like, I get why Alabama, Auburn, Georgia kind of have to fight. Ole Miss got to fight over all these goddamn. But LSU kind of in a nice little pocket. Louisiana, they pretty much control the state most of the time. They usually win the state. You're not getting too many players out of that. It's like them niggas scholarship already got LSU on it. Right. And then they go in and go steal a few Texas players. Like they go get a few Texas, pieces Florida, to add to it. So I just don't think it Maybe unfairly or fairly, I don't know, but it's something Brian Kelly. I just don't like him.
I don't
like him there.
It's not that to me. It's the way we look. Fool. We don't look competitive. We make way too many mistakes. We miss too many tackles. To me, the things that we're lacking in, that we're not good at, is the coaching things. It's not the skill. It's not the players that you're bringing in. To me, it's not even a full scheme. To me, it's the want to on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball, that's the want to. When you're coming up missing thousands of tackles, that's want to. When you're jumping off sides and full starting, that's preparation and want to me.
I agree. You got to get your players ready to play. I that's totally on the coach. But I mean, are they still banged up though?
I don't care about that part. It's the want to. Like, once again, like, yes, we're banged up, and a lot of that we've been banged up since before the beginning of the season, fool. But like, fool, we see in a game against Florida, we see Brian Kelly fussing at a player, telling him he's uncoachable. To me, that's coaching.
Well, I mean, I just don't like
because if
the coach being the scapegoat.
If he's so uncoachable, why he in my fucking game? Why he in my game?
Hey, you know it. Nobody, you know, at this table, nobody's gonna goddamn disagree on that.
Maybe that was something he said because he was angered. Not like in the heat of the battle, like in the moment, you might say, like, you don't never do that shit, but they don't really never not do that shit.
But I do
just
think,
in that moment.
Maybe. I get it, but I think that for you to come out and tell a player he's uncoachable, that's something that's ongoing. Fool, that ain't new. You ain't never. We know the players who's uncoachable. Who play with us, and it ain't because they did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah,
it's because they've been consistently uncoachable and still got in the game. That's coaching.
Consistently not. Right.
But what are you gonna do to
not put him in the game?
Okay, but
especially now, shit. What you doing?
No, I'm saying like what I'm saying to you is that's now you just completely wash your hands with him. I get it, but I'm saying like if you playing this nigga because my other guys hurt,
and I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, because to me, I'm gonna tell you who it was. C.J. Daniels, number 4 receiver, who sat out the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season that you survived without.
Yeah,
that guy who was behind him still here.
Yeah.
Who played the first 5 games of the season? Who we was good with?
Yeah. Hey, who? I ain't gonna argue when you're right, my
like
dude.
if I just have nobody and you're the guy on my depth chart, I get that. But to me, he's not that.
Yeah, but again, I just don't like it all falling on the coach, and a lot of times the coach get like because I didn't want. I still don't understand why Florida fired fucking
Gus, not Gus, who the fuck I get Gus from? That's Auburn.
Yeah, that's wild.
Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen. I don't get it.
Me neither.
But that's where you come with that.
But some of those programs look at it like, I mean, I'm not saying like I said, right?
We want Urban Meyer.
Anytime they lose 3 to 4 games and they do it consistently, 3 games, that's not going to be enough to get to the top. They got to do something different.
But when you bring this new guy in,
that's the risk you're taking.
That's very true. But do you feel like LSU, where they stand with the roster that they have right now, they're not a year or 2 away? Because y'all are young.
I feel like
fool.
I do.
And then with a new quarterback coming in, it look like he's a dude.
Mm-hmm. I understand it, but I'm saying that with the roster we have right now, with better coaching, we win 2 more games. We ain't gonna go undefeated, but I do think we beat Florida, and I do think we possibly beat Texas A&M with better coaching. Nigga, again, the first half against Texas A&M, we had about 10 full starts.
Hey, that's coaching. That's coaching. Yeah. But
and then we get a quarterback. We up, and so we playing a hell of a first half. They make a quarterback change in the second half. We have no clue what to do.
You don't adjust.
It ain't that we didn't just. I don't know if we couldn't do it effectively or whatever we adjusted to didn't work.
Yeah,
that's coaching. It's not like we had people in place to make a play and they didn't make the play.
Yeah,
nigga, that shit wasn't close. Everything was 10 yards. Every play was 10 yards. They averaged 10 yards a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Saban would never. Saban would never.
Speaking of Saban, I don't know if y'all saw him on. He was saying that a lot of the reason why he feel like a lot of teams aren't going to be playing consistent, and you're going to see different, I guess, inconsistencies with the team, is because there's no depth anymore. He was like, the depth is not the same that it once was because at one point, you had players like you had the number 2 cornerback behind the number 1
One
quarterback
cornerback.
or something, but he was just like a year or two, behind him. But now these kids leaving and they going to whatever the next situation is.
Right.
So depth is starting to be an issue.
Right.
And you got to learn how to manage that depth, and that's going to become a problem. That's why I said with the playoffs, it's going to get interesting. Not saying that the right team ain't going to win, but it's going to become interesting because you got to stay healthy, and if people get hurt, what's behind them? Because a lot of these kids ain't sitting there no more. I mean, Texas, they got like Manning in a normal situation. They don't have a Manning just sitting right there. That man would have left and went back to Alabama and been the starter or something, or go somewhere where he could have started.
Right.
So
LSU would have taken him right now.
Yep, that'll be interesting. Colorado, they won. They beat Utah 49-24. Looked pretty impressive. They still had some inconsistencies.
First half was real.
Yeah, the offense looked. Yeah, I'm really proud of their defense. Their defense looked way better. That dude got them playing right. They look a little bit more physical. They look a little bit more disciplined. They creating a lot of turnovers. Yeah, and that's always gonna help when you got a high power and they got weapons on offense.
They making tackles.
They definitely doing that.
But it took them a while to get there.
Let's
not get them.
1 year.
No, this year they still
at the beginning of the
1
year.
year, 5 games.
I mean, even this game, they had some situation. They looked a little like, come on, man, stop doing that shit. Yeah. But shout out to them. Oregon looked very vulnerable against Wisconsin. They won 16-13.
I ain't gonna say they look vulnerable. To me, they just look like that's gonna happen when you're the number 1 team. You're gonna have some games like that. Yeah. You're gonna have some close games. I still think that when they know they got to bring their A game, they have, and it just was one of those games that's gonna happen.
They're the only undefeated team. Huh?
Yep.
Only.
Yep. Yeah. No, Army ain't it? Army's still undefeated.
I don't think they're the only.
I think Army's still up there.
Indiana 10-0.
Indiana.
Yep.
Indiana. But we'll get to that because Hoop got pick'ems. So we'll see how any of this play out. It's getting down to crunch time these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Of the regular season. So we'll see who do what. People still got some big games left.
Yes.
Where we at with pick'ems?
We got G-Boss. I gave you the pick'ems. Let me see. I'm gonna look. So I don't have to look them up again. Look at that. We got notes.
Indiana, Ohio
We got
State,
sheets and shit. I'm trying to go in order because the game of the week ain't really the game of the week. It's just a decent, good game. Damn, G-Boss. Come on. All right, we got Ohio State, Indiana. Indiana is the higher ranked team. They're number 2. I want to say then Indiana's like 110. I don't know, but they undefeated. So it's supposed to be a real good game. My Wi-Fi ain't acting the best, so I do not know where they're playing. Let me pull it up. But either way, I don't care where they play. I'm going Ohio State. I just think that they're tougher. I think that they're used to these big games, and I don't think that this is going to be one of those games that slip through the radar. I think they're going to come in and prepare because they know that Ohio State, they know that Indiana is a well coached team.
Yeah.
And they're going to come in, they're going to know their X's and O's, and they're going to play effective. However, I do think that Ohio State is a bit more talented as well as well coached. So I'm going with Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ohio State too. Definitely in the close game for sure. I don't think it's going to get out of hand. I think Jeremiah touchdown is going to be the difference in that game.
Think so? Okay.
That nigga, that dog, boy.
I think it's going to be that Ohio State running game. That's going to control the clock a little bit more.
They're going to have to. Mm-hmm. It's going to have to get the run game
with
going.
both of the running backs and a little bit of the quarterback. I think. Go ahead, Indiana.
He's scared. Go Indiana, man. Make it interesting.
He gonna pick from now on. He gonna pick all the teams top pick. Stay up top.
How many games I got up, G-Boss?
You got about 5 up on me and can't get right.
3 on me.
3 on top. You can take a chance.
Indiana.
You don't mean that.
Nah, seriously, I'm going Indiana. And the reason why is because I feel like what we just said with the depth, I think Indiana is a team that they hadn't lost a lot of people in the portal, and they've been able to keep people in pocket. Yeah. I think these are some of the teams that we're going to see sneak these people because blue-collar lunch pail kind of teams going against transfer portal kids, against kids that's been bought, paid for. Not saying that Indiana don't have some of those, but I just like their ruggedness. I in my head, I want to go Ohio State just because of the athleticism. And Ohio State, I think, probably is the better team. But I just think discipline-wise and when it comes down to the X's and O's, I'm going Indiana on this one. I'm not scared.
Have at it, my boy. You got room for mistakes and shit.
It ain't even that. It's just I really do think Indiana gonna be able to pull it off.
Well, let's see if you do that with this second game. Notre Dame Army. We
Notre Dame ain't doing that shit no more. Notre Dame.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, I'm at the point where
Notre Dame, no reason. Just like Kanye White. Notre Dame.
I'm at the point where I'm making my reasons. I think that Notre Dame will win, but I got to make a move to try to separate, or to try to catch up, not separate. I'm gonna go Army because I look at Army Navy. I think Army has a little bit of a better quarterback. I don't know if I'm making a mistake, but I think they've been running a little bit better. They're still currently undefeated, so I'm going Army. And because I need to catch up, even though I think that Notre Dame is going to win.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame finna beat the hell out of these folks in here, man. I really do. And like you said, no reason. Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame. I think last time when I picked Army, when I picked Navy, I knew I shouldn't have because of the same reason I'm saying with Army. I think Army is really good, much improved.
And Notre Dame look
but
good.
I don't think that they've played teams week in and week out that challenges that shit that they do. This time they got a front that's going to be athletic, people that's going to get in their shit. I think Notre Dame win. Notre Dame playing well, real good too right now.
They beat Virginia ass, not but 35-14.
So Notre Dame.
Arizona State. This one's the game of the week. It's a little bit more trickier. Arizona, BYU coming off a loss, right?
Yep. They lost last night.
BYU, and they came off a close game with Utah last week that they ended up pulling off at the end. And Arizona State has been playing real well and looking well. They have a real decent run game. Once again, I'm taking chances at this point. Fuck it. But I do honestly think that Arizona State can win. I'm going to Arizona State.
Same. I'm going Arizona State simply because BYU is who we thought they were. When they get to playing teams that they supposed to lose to, they lose. And I second the Arizona State running game.
That's Scatterboo.
That boy
know how to total rock.
Yeah, he do. And I love their coach.
Yeah.
I love their coach.
Our old offensive coordinator. He come back.
I love their coach. So that's why I'm going ASU on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona State too. I feel like with Scatterboo and their running game that they got, they just better. BYU to me has been escaping the last couple of weeks.
Facts.
Well, they didn't escape last night, but they escaped against Utah barely.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have, but they did, and that's all that matters.
And that showed me that Utah is not a real good team, not at this point of the season.
No. Yeah. So I'm going Arizona State.
For sure.
Can't get right, don't get no picks this week.
That's all the pick.
Yeah,
I'm still on sports. I know normally we move it, but I just wanted to keep college football right there. Did y'all see that ESPN? They did the right thing. They listened to the Dummies podcast, and starting next season, ESPN and ABC will have the rights to air inside the NBA. Give us some hand claps for that, Dad. That's a good thing, man. We got to get those boys. They roses, man. They've had one of the best shows there is. Shouts out to Chuck and Shaq and Kenny and Ernie. One of the best shows that you can get in
Keep
sports.
it going, man. Keep it going, man.
I'm glad. I'm super elated that ESPN did the right thing.
Give us some authenticity, some naturalness, some good feel, and some real good athletes up there talking shit.
So wait,
and they friends and have fun.
Chuck on there?
Yeah, all of them.
Yep.
Chuck, Chuck re-signed even with knowing that it was possibly and then with TNT.
Okay.
Read the article I sent you, nigga. I'm like, G-Boss, you be ignoring my text. Huh? You know what I said? But yeah, in that article it said that he did resign even though he didn't know if they were going to keep moving forward. So
well, see, because that's what I'm saying. I knew he didn't want to leave TNT. That's why I asked if Chuck was going.
I wonder if they are they going to, so is he going to still be doing his obligation to TNT? Because
that's
college
what I'm saying.
I think so.
He probably still could.
Because right now it just said that for this year and next year with that. But I think that TNT is still going to be TNT. They're still going to have the halftimes. They're still going to have the after shows. Still going to do that until that. So I don't know.
Man, bro, that shit is great TV, boy. I'm so happy for that shit. Thank you, ESPN.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a big one.
And the NFL is getting interesting. Is that time of year too when the NFL starts to get interesting and starts to get good as well. You see these teams.
Usually when it get cold and nigga air coming out that face mask, that's when them niggas start playing for you.
We see that Detroit is being Detroit right now. And well, not me in Detroit because we're not used to them being good.
No, we ain't.
So
I thought they were losing.
Damn, they start losing.
They're looking real. Detroit looking real good right now. Kansas City's looking real good without looking real good. Like they're squeaking by every single game, and they're finding ways to win. They're losing running backs. They're losing receivers. They're losing players to injuries every single game, but they're undefeated.
Not tonight. Buffalo put ends to that shit.
I set Pat Mahomes on the bench, but then I put him back in the game on my fantasy team. So we'll see.
Boy,
He ain't been playing like that though, fool.
he been ass.
He ain't been playing like that.
nigga play like
He
that.
ain't been
Booty
ass,
cheeks.
but he just been average.
Yeah.
The whole year,
So,
basically.
put him
Numbers
in.
wise. I know, and that's what's hurting me. But I'm gonna put him in.
Did you got Jamar Chase on your fantasy team?
I don't, man. That nigga
Last
went
week that
That
nigga
nigga put up
went
a
65 points.
71 points.
Shit.
71 points.
Shit.
Man.
Did y'all watch the wrestling match between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Nah, I fell
The
asleep.
biggest fucking waste of my time.
I'm glad. I fell asleep on it, man. I watched, but the undercard fights was some fights.
The undercard fights,
the three
them-
them niggas
all
throwing
three
hands, boy.
threw handses.
The ladies and men, they were all
They
throwing
threw
hands.
handses.
And then I kind of fell asleep towards the end of the women's fight. And when I woke up, my Netflix wasn't working.
I watched it, and Jake Paul did defeat Mike Tyson in they went the distance. They went all 8 or 9 rounds, 8 rounds, I think. Yeah, 2 minute instead of 3. But it didn't look like either one of them was fighting.
Did Tyson look
significantly
anything
hard.
like he was looking in them trainings?
No, he did.
He was not throwing
And
those very punches
and-
that
and
we
I-
were
and I-
watching. Those Instagram
And
videos.
I know there's a thing about, he did get tired, and you could see that he got tired. But even in the first part of it, he was not throwing those kinds.
So
you could just tell.
it's some kind of
if
agreement?
you're an athlete and you've been around that shit, you can just tell it was some type of agreement in place.
Don't knock me out.
Yeah.
And I give you $20 million.
My thing is, why is that so, everybody mad, but they don't nobody know who Jake Paul is or something? It ain't.
What you mean?
I mean,
everybody mad because when they
you're
watch
marketing-
boxing,
When they
you want to see a
boxing, you wanna
fight.
see a
Right.
fight.
And all of your
Yeah,
stop,
nigga, I don't want to watch Alabama play goddamn Ole Miss and they're not trying to hit each other and try to win.
They run the two
Everybody
plays.
supposed to know that when it's Jake Paul, though, the nigga YouTube, he been doing it every single.
And I'm gonna
fight.
criticize it because they boxing, they not wrestling.
Right.
If this was the WWF, people wouldn't say anything.
And do
This
they
is
tell us?
boxing?
And do they tell
I'm
us?
saying the people who acting, there's a lot of people that are literally
And I'm-
acting surprised that.
Yeah, cause fool, people really betting money on this shit.
Paul is-
Like they're really betting money that Mike Tyson's gonna win, and it's a real bettable thing. And so if I go put $100,000 that Tyson's gonna win this fight, and then I find out it's a spoof, nigga, I'm mad.
I guess it's kind of like just being from that, knowing what Jake Paul is and knowing what he does.
Nah, not even that fool.
When
Not
you
even-
get in that ring, fool,
Not even that fool. He
That
knocked
shit
that nigga.
is
The
different.
last nigga he fought, he knocked this.
He knocked his ass out.
What was this
Yeah,
actual
but
athlete?
This nigga be fighting like nigga fought Tyron Woodley. Anybody expect?
And put him to sleep.
And they fought.
And he
they
put him to
fought.
sleep.
Yeah, but you expect Tyron Woodley to be a professional boxer?
No, but I expect him to fight.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like I think you missing what we saying. I don't expect Jake Paul to just.
I guess I'm saying I expect his fight to be scripted.
I don't, because
The Woodley fight
So
Woodley.
you think Woodley sat there to get knocked out?
No.
I think niggas will take a bag to get knocked out.
Hell
no.
Taking
He
the bag,
knocked his ass
taking
out.
the bag
Knocked
to
his
get
ass out.
knocked out and planning to be knocked out is two different things.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna take this bag because I'm actually going in here. I'm gonna think I'm gonna win,
Like,
but
nigga
we
fought
know.
Anderson Silva, bro.
He did.
Like-
He also fought Fury brother.
What I
And
don't
Fury
get what
better beat his
your, what your
ass.
I don't get what your point
I'm
you
just
trying to
saying,
make.
I guess
He fought them.
He
I
looking
guess-
from
I
a-
guess-
Hold on, man.
I
Everybody
expect-
can't talk.
I'm just saying, I guess I expect that to be a certain way. There's a bunch of folks who would say, hey, you put $10 million down for me to take a knockout.
And
Sure.
what we're saying is,
Tell me that.
Do I think Tank and Canelo Alvarez fight gonna look like Jake Paul and Silva? Fuck no. I don't think that they're in the same stratosphere. But I do think when Jake Paul fights Silva,
They're gonna
Silva's
fight.
gonna try to knock his head off, and Jake Paul's gonna try to knock his head off. So I'm gonna actually watch a fight that's entertaining at that level. Just like if I watch a high school game, I don't expect Hoover versus Auburn to look like Alabama versus Texas, but I expect them to look good at their level.
I guess I'm just
I expect
saying,
you to throw
I
passes.
expected it to be
Throw passes,
somewhat
nigga.
scripted. All of
Sure,
these fights
I'm
are
not.
scripted.
It's not. I don't think that people not necessarily thinking that it's that. I just think that people say it like shit, man. We want to see.
I don't feel.
the
I
big
don't,
fight.
I don't think they expect that once you put it the card on in Vegas to expect them to come in here and have some scripted fights.
King Troll, Jake Paul.
Yeah, and for that, I will never watch that shit again unless he fighting somebody who can beat him up.
But shouts out to Tyson getting the 20 million plus.
Yep, that's definitely dope.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he actually came out and he said
He
something,
almost died. He almost died in June. He
which
had-
is dope. He said, Tyson said, this is one of the situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time. I almost died in June. Had 8 blood transfusions. Lost half of my blood 25 pounds in the hospital and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe, finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you, Paul Tyson. So that's dope. That part I like. And you got to give it to Jake Paul. He knows how to make money.
Yeah.
I was seeing something where they were saying that Mayweather created these lanes.
With them,
For real boxing.
Right.
Basically picking in his real fights. Hand picking his fights, waiting till people are a little younger to take the fight. I mean, a little older to take those fights and not getting them at their peak, and kind of picking around and picking and choosing, kind of gave a recipe for Jake Paul to capitalize on his popularity from YouTube to take it into a space to create fights like this.
However, he scripted his.
I think that's a part of it, and I think them celebrity
I don't think
boxing
Mayweather
matches,
script nothing.
Took a part of that too.
No, I don't think he scripted it. We talking
that's
about the
fine.
recipe for picking your fights and
Yeah, I
making
think-
money
I
off the
think
fight.
Both of those are true. The thing about Floyd and the fact that celebrity boxing matches got popular at one point in time.
I just think, man, that celebrity boxing shit has become more popular than the actual boxing right now, and I hate that shit
Celebrity
because these niggas won't fight, but the celebrity niggas, because we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we want to watch the real boxing matches, but these niggas are the only ones that's willing to fight, so we cling to that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like,
What I'll
That-
say is thank y'all for the undercard fights.
yeah,
'Cause
for
y'all-
sure.
yeah, 'cause
Like
they
we
was
just
really
said, like them niggas was really hands and not that.
So maybe they are more popular, but the actual fights are still fighting, and I like that.
And they were
That's
throwing
what I
hands.
want
It
to see.
was really releasing
got
that bitch.
celebrity for president.
Did y'all see Gervonta Davis was saying that he may fight Ryan Garcia again? He actually made a statement saying it's going to happen.
It's gonna be hard. I don't know. I got to see Ryan Garcia come in and get under that weight again. Because he's a bigger fighter, and it's gonna be hard for him to get back down there, even
I thought that
especially after not fighting for a couple of years.
And I thought this shit was suspended and all that kind of shit.
For a year, he got a year.
Okay.
He got a
shit,
year
he been
suspension.
suspended for
and
what,
then
4-5 months.
So he had a year, and so after that year, he gets to come back. But I don't know how.
It's time, they
It's gonna
normally
be-
train about 5-6 months,
months.
4 or
It's gonna be
5.
hard for him to get back to 140 or whatever they was fighting at. I think,
Why'd you
man.
weight drain me? Why'd you weight drain me? That
And
nigga
especially-
did not. He knocked his ass out.
But who knows? Ryan Garcia might want to come in. He got to make some money. He got to get back in the ring. We'll see.
But I think it is time. I think Tank, he gonna beat
Pummels
the fuck
him.
out of his ass.
Especially since he been off. He been off. So it depends on what he doing right now. Right now, it sounds like Ryan Garcia's still out there spazzing. Not boxing, not in the gym. He over there interneting. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see how that go. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Dumbass,
Some of
stupid
my
ass
bitch,
dummy.
yeah.
Stupidity of the week.
It's a little low on dummies, even though it's always high on dummies.
say low
But
on
KFC, bring y'all ass to the principal's office. The fast food chain has launched the fried chicken and biscuit candle collection. Yes, you heard it right. If you want your house or your apartment to smell like KFC fried chicken and biscuits, please go to your local KFC and order your candle.
Never.
Y'all heard that right. KFC is launching a candle. I'll say it again. Your house can smell like a bucket of chicken.
And
Spicy.
car freshener.
Oh yeah, you don't forget the car air freshener.
For 34 yen?
$34. You can have your car smell like chicken and biscuits.
Nigga got plus size candles. That's basically what it is. It's a plus size candle. That's
That
all the
shit-
people buy that shit.
A bucket of chicken,
No, nigga,
buttery biscuit.
Most
candle.
time my house smell like chicken. I want to open the window to get the smell out.
Right. Like who the fuck want their house just always smelling like fried chicken in that
Like
bitch?
flowers and lemon smell. nigga.
But for that KFC, you are the dummy of the week.
I want to see
Dummy.
I want to see who buy it. They
Dumbass,
gonna be the
stupid
dummy.
ass dummy.
Buttery biscuit.
Like, nigga, not-
Hey, like the buttery biscuit candle.
Oh,
Wow.
y'all got flowers too this week.
Thank
Somebody said that y'all have been extremely consistent and they appreciate and value the different taglines that y'all have put out throughout the years.
Taglines like what?
Uh, uh,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the
back
spot.
like we never left, like we say every week, never leave, stuff like that.
You bitch you.
Yeah, you bitch you.
Thank you. Thank you for the thank you for that. I try to be consistent. That's the purpose, man. Even if one is
Dummy.
missing,
Dummy.
at the overall goal, we're gonna still somehow be here, and it happens.
Yeah.
Well, any other news or information we forgot to add on or bring to the forefront before we go away for 6 long days?
Yes. Coming to a gym near you. going to them games, man, was real cool, man. Like that.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
that
We
was
need to
fun.
keep
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
man.
going.
You got to let us know where we going on
sure.
the road again.
You got to tell us where we going. You got the front row seat.
Oh yeah, we don't need them niggas.
Right.
Todd did have a sitting courtside though. I
Yeah,
give him
Todd. Yeah. Thank you for leading the way, Todd.
Yeah. And on that note, we'll be back next week like we never left. Cause like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
You bitch you.
Tagline.
It sound right this time. It sound like you scripted that.